Hey guys, I'm Sarah and excuse the wind, but it's a bit of a veggie patch update this week. I'm going to show you mostly what I'm doing indoors with regard to getting some seeds ready, but I'm also just having a sort out. I want to get some more dirt to put on here. I'm just assessing what I've got, what needs pulling out, what needs planting, and see how we go. Now first of all, these are actually all my broccoli that I've been, because of course when broccoli grow, you can see there's some little ones there, they start growing all these little offshoots. And I've been picking away at these and using them heaps, but they're just, oh look, I got a new one growing, yay, I'll leave that. I considered collecting seeds for replanting. I'm not actually doing it from these because they weren't heritage ones, and I just haven't had any luck in the past growing seeds from broccoli and cauliflower that weren't heritage varieties. So I'm going to try and get some heritage seeds at some stage for broccoli. But in the meantime, I'm just gonna pull these plants out. Aside from that little one, my leeks, they're going hammer and tongs. They're starting to look pretty good. So some of them will not be too far off. Some of them have still got a way to go. I think it was in my last video I planted some little radishes, which there's a few of them popping up. They're not growing awfully quickly though. There's one there. The main thing, it's just been the weather. It's just been off again, on again, cold. Yeah, I'll see how they go. But at this stage I'm not going to put anything else in the ground. My garlic's growing nicely. I am happy with that. So that's awesome. I've got a couple of rows of garlic there. I just need to weed around them. Got my spinach here. I've still been, I just need to weed around it. Still got that going strong. My bok choy is starting to go to seed, but that's fine. I'm still eating the leaves. I care not a jot. Can eat those flowers. They're perfectly good. I did have some carrots there, which I've pretty much used the last of. In my little makeshift greenhouse here, I've got a few lettuces, but I need to water some of them. But they just haven't really been growing enough to warrant using over winter. So yeah, they're still there. I've still got some lettuces here, picking the odd leaves off them. As for my brassicas, my broccoli, cauliflower, cabbage, yeah, I kind of had high hopes, but there's not a lot apparently happening. We'll leave them to it, see what happens. Got a few rogue leeks growing where I pulled my other ones out. I think we've got the odd carrot round here. I might look at pulling the odd carrot out actually. There we go. Got some little carrots there. I'll just look at harvesting them. A couple of things of silver beet there. I'm actually just going to scavenge what I can, like these little leaves, these little flowers off the broccoli. Edible, fine. I'll scavenge them. I'm not going to make the mistake I made last year. In August, I went out there into that veggie patch, hammer and tongs, and thought, right, gonna plant a whole heap of stuff. I did some weeding, I got all motivated, and it got snowed on. This time, I'm going to do what I did last year. I'm going to start them indoors, but I'm not going to be too eager to transfer them until I'm absolutely certain that we're past the frost and the potential dumping of snow. I've actually just been out and been copper spraying all our fruit trees, so it's the time of year to do that, just when they're budding before they start blossoming. I've been giving them a bit of a trim. I'm a bit late off the mark doing that. I actually haven't bought any seeds this year. I'm just going with what I already had on hand. So we'll see how that goes. They should all be pretty good. Now, I've already got some tomato seeds. I know a lot of people like getting a whole one and folding it under, and that's fine, you can do that. I just find I don't really need to. Once you've watered it and everything, the dirt just stays in there. Just pop it in I've just got a clear plastic thing. I can't remember where this came from, a deli somewhere or something maybe. Now I haven't had much luck collecting and replanting seeds from plants that I've had before. I tried it with beetroot, and although I grew some beetroot, they kind of grew a funny colour. And I didn't care, but the kids did. It didn't look like beetroot. So I thought, okay, well I've I've got a couple of these heirloom tomatoes, and apparently heirloom variety is the type you want if you're going to collect seeds from them for the next season. So I'm crossing fingers. Another thing I'll quickly mention is in one of my videos late last year I mentioned we were going to get into hydroponics, which we still are. We hit a bit of a snag. We've got a big shipping container that we're going to turn into a hydroponics room, and it just turned out that that container, it had rusted out a lot more than we thought it had, and it's just been taking ages to do that up. I'm actually probably make that into a separate video, doing up this shipping container. We'll get it painted and looking nice, and by next winter we'll have our hydroponics set up. I've got my sacrificial plastic chicken tablecloth here. Heirloom mixed tomatoes. Chuck them in. It says to plant during spring and summer, as long as I keep them inside, you know, until the first frosts have gone. I figure if I do them nice and early and they don't take, then at least I've got a chance to plant another one. What I'm actually going to do is to mark these. Well, if I get a piece of paper, it's just going to get wet and sodden. So I've actually got my NZTA, my transport warrant of fitness thing that this comes on, registration. You tear the registration off, put it on the back of our trailer. This is not really, I don't think this is going to get soaked easily. And we've got some more heirloom there. That's the name of those ones. I'm not going to say it in case YouTube puts some kind of strike on me for it. You just never know sometimes. Because these ones are not an heirloom type. But I've got the seeds, so I may as well plant them. One thing I did, which actually did well for me last year, I just got some seeds from a capsicum that we got from the supermarket, dried them. Now, last year, I just planted them straight into the garden as a bit of an experiment. I did it a bit late in the season, and the plant was actually growing really well, but it was very late. It started growing a little capsicum and then it died off because it got too cold. So I'm going to plant a few of these. Again, this did okay last year, but the frosts and everything set them back. So I've got some seeds from last year. I'm hoping they're still all right. I am going to plant these spinach seeds again. They're from, it says so by August 2025, so I should be fine to put them in now. I've got a few spinach plants still on the go out there. They've been all right over winter. But I do use a lot of leafy greens in my cooking and stuff. So I'm just going to plant the rest of these. Well, we've got 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to plant 8 and I'm just going to do these all with spinach. And if you don't use it, it's really easy to freeze it. Just chop it up, put it in a baggie, chuck it in your freezer and just grab handfuls as needed. And just put it straight into your one-pot dinners or whatever. So just another wee thing I'm doing. Leeks. I bought a couple of leeks the other day from the supermarket. I put them in water and as you can see, they are growing back again. They're actually, I'm going to put these in the garden. So as you can see, they got little, they won't completely grow inside like this. They got little roots coming back. So that's pretty neat. They didn't have those roots before. They've just grown since I've been putting them in the water. So pop those in the garden. Also, celery. You can do exactly the same thing. I've just got this in a lid. But I just chopped it off. You might be able to see there's some of it's just started growing back. There's a couple of roots just started growing off the bottom of this. So I'm just going to keep that in the water for a little bit. As it gets a bit bigger, I'm going to pop that in the garden as well. So I'll give these a good water. And we'll just pop these on in a sunny spot and baby them for a bit. And I'll keep you updated and let you know how we're getting on. Hit the like button down below. Leave us a comment, hit subscribe, and we will catch you next week. Bye.